foggy day. The old abandoned Rite Aid, Babylon's burning, going out of business. I was just in Wawa over there, right? I gotta talk shit. I walked in to get my iced tea, and Jay-Z was on, and it was some rendition of, I don't know if that Under My Umbrella song has Jay-Z on it normally or not. I don't care, because I'm not keeping up with a fucking slavery dealing cartel of fucking death cult, pedophile, questionable fucking blood drinking. I don't know what the fuck they also might be into. This is some dark ass shit, people. It's funny how they all try to act so poppy and like happy and light, you know, in the little show they put on there for a couple decades or so. But they're so fucking dark and disgustingly Freddy Krueger like. Freddy Krueger plus child porn. Child porn. That one Chinese looking guy has a show and he says child porn because he doesn't want to get picked up by the algorithm. So that's what he calls it. I don't know. I don't do that. Fuck the algorithm. Not really, but I feel like the algorithm's like embedded to me at this point. You know, it's like shit's gotten too fucking weird. But it's good too. Because praise the Lord. The thing is, Jay-Z's on. It's like, alright. Look, people, this guy is like in the fucking P. Diddy circle with Oprah. Is also a member of Oprah's friend, Fake John of God, the slave dealer. He's in prison for, you know, like murder and rape, and like he was dealing slaves and shit and breeding slaves. I just wanted to talk shit. Jay-Z, you're a fucking asshole. Alright? It's coming. You know who is it really coming from? Jesus. That's who. I don't gotta do nothing. But I know who's a fucking asshole and a bunch of fucking pedophile ass fucking slavery cartel fucking hoo scumbags. I don't care how much fucking flashy stupid outfits you wear and money you have. That shit never mattered to me. I still work for $14 an hour. Point is, yeah, this shit's wage slavery. Who do you think I'm hating on? You fucking slavery people. The UN, fucking China, you people out Haiti, China, child slinging, dog and cat eating, China, Mexico, Muertes, fentanyl dealing, fucking trying to snake in here and turn all the kids out and you guys turn your own kids out. You guys trick kids. You trick out kids. You're the biggest cowards there are. And also, never mind. The people that work in all these fake evil report witchcraft biolabs and try to put curses and hexes on people and make up fake diseases and fake vaccines, and they torture animals like it's animal snuff porn all day. You guys are also the biggest cowards there are. You guys that pick on little children and little tiny helpless animals and you know, put them into bondage. You BDSM with kids and animals. You guys are gonna burn in fucking hell. I just have a feeling. I'm not exactly a prophet or anything. I'm a believer, though. I am an agent of God's providence. But I'm not saying I'm a prophet, but I will say I have a feeling you guys might burn in hell. God says the wicked most certainly do not go unpunished. I say you guys are pretty wicked. Anyway, I wanted to touch on transhumanism, too, with, what's-his-face? Epstein and all his like fake Harvard friends. Again, Harvard full of the same types of people. You know, a lot of colleges are. MIT, Temple, Berkeley over there, they're all NIH and animal snuff porning, you know, animals. You people are sick. I want to go in there and shoot you. I really do. God knows. But I don't want to go to prison. You know, I want to go in there and kidnap you guys. Be like, we're going on a joyride. Get in. No, get in. And just, you know, and then maybe drop you off and say, shut down your lab, or if not, I'm going to come back, and next time I'm going to kill you. That's what I want to do. Yes, and you people deserve it. I'm not a fucking criminal maniac like you people. I'm a reaction against you people. I'm like a fucking NK cell that's in the body when there's some fucking, they're like, oh, we juiced you with a fucking AIDS fake vaccine, fucking super virus concoction. You know, I'm like an NK cell. I'm like, fuck this shit, get this shit out of here. I'm killing you fuckers. You know? That shit makes sense. That's why the military's killing Hezbollah and fucking Sinaloa and shit. Blow those motherfuckers up. Shoot them everywhere. Why not I said years ago, I said don't deport them. I said put them on FEMA barges. Use crooked FEMA's fucking evil side and go fucking drown them in the ocean. Who gives a shit? Yeah, thou shalt not murder your neighbor. These people are not your neighbors. These people would rob you, rape your kids, pimp you out, trick you out. If they could get away with getting you to be a slave, they would never pay you. They're trying to mind control you now with Harvard transhumanistic. Epstein and all them, I got a revelation in 2014 before I even heard about this shit. But what they were doing is like, they think, oh, we want to own everybody. We collect little children and people to rape like baseball cards. We want one of those. We want one of those. And they like, there's like kind of like freaky looking kind of half ugly people where they're like, they want you to look like you're starving and anorexic or like your head's on sideways or some shit. Yeah, alien looking people. They make them that way too. No, the terrorists make their kids all fucking sick and cancer ridden and, you know, then they put him on like these like fake charity commercials like, oh, help these poor starving children in our country. And it's like, you guys are doing that to the kids because that's part of how you roll. Because I seen what you guys did on G Street in Philly to those kids too. And those kids looked all pale and soulless. And you guys were having guys come into houses and rape them and stuff. I could hear it. But until they went away, maybe they just went back to Mexico or Peru. That was Peru. That was involved with the Vatican. Yeah, fuck you, Iglesia, fucking Pentecostal. I don't trust none of you people. They got those things all over fucking Philadelphia and the whole East Coast down to Georgia. I was like, these people, I already looked these people up and fucking checked out their whole fucking circle and all their aliases and all their family for 3 or 4 generations. I said, these people are all fucking sleazebag porn, pedo porn, cartel, links to the Vatican, links to Russian porn, links to Peruvian porn, links to this, that, fucking pimps. But God made them leave. The thing is, now God's really making them leave, you know? But the transhumanism, what these people are so sick is they think, ooh, look, like Epstein had a fraud, like, place in Harvard. You know, Joe Biden's dead, and that's a stunt double, even the last 3 years of that fraudulent presidency with the auto pen and all, that wasn't even real Joe Biden. But Joe Biden and a stunt double had a position in Philadelphia at University of Penn, and I think he was getting $1 million a year as some type of staff member. What the hell? This motherfucker's not whatever the fuck they say is. What did they have going on with China? You know what I mean? UPenn, fuck you. Temple, fuck you. You people are sick. I want to burn these fucking colleges down. I'm not kidding. I wish that there was a group that was like Black Lives Matter and Antifa, except they would do the righteous thing. Like all my ideas, like let's go burn down the biolabs. Like, yeah, sure, if there's some animals you save, run in there and save them. If not, if they're being tortured too bad, you gotta say, oh well, send them back to God, let's blow the place up. And then guess what? At least no more animals will get tortured anymore. I think they would get the idea. Maybe we shouldn't rebuild this disgusting pedo porn fucking biolab satanistic fucking serial killers fucking hobby we have of torturing animals, like some animal bondage fucking hobby. Because they're not doing good science or real science. These people are just demonic fucking whack jobs. And I think they do need an IQ test. Not just for the government, but for shit like this, laboratories. Because I think that some of these people might be retards. I'm not kidding. I have a 140 IQ. I sit right on the edge of what a genius is considered. I am the lowest genius IQ, I think. I'm pretty sure it's like 140. I'm right at 140. I'm not that fucking smart. These people, some of these people, I think they should consider you retarded a little bit higher, because I think they consider you retarded at like 70, but I'm thinking some of these 85ers, I'm like, oh, they're pretty retarded too. Sorry, but it's the truth. And you guys shouldn't be working as cops, you shouldn't be working in the government, you shouldn't be working in colleges. And then the frauds, like I said, Epstein was a fraud professor. He had so many fraud names and IDs, you know, but they wanted their sick idea was, let's try to get all these people together and try to clone them, and they're demons, but they're trying to clone you. They can't clone God's children. God won't let them. The thing is, they're trying to, like, they want to. The things they get, like David said, something they just couldn't pull off. Like, they might try to satanically torture you and try to elude at it. I've noticed that with the cops and the prisons and the... I got false arrested. Bucks County. Devil prison. The Lord said that was a devil's prison. Yeah, that means the devils were running the prison. I could tell. I could tell when I was in there. It was dark. They beat me and they injected me. They have no charges on me. They didn't even fingerprint me. They had me in jail, too. I'm telling a story because I don't give a fuck. I'm not afraid of you fucking retards. I hate you fucking satanic pieces of shit. Get the fuck out of my fucking town. Get off the fucking earth. Beast system down! God says you can command the beast system down. He says it must obey. He said look up at the sky and yell beast system down. It must obey you. So I do this whenever it pops into my head, because if God tells you can command these evil, rotten motherfuckers out and down, aren't you people Christians? Don't you all go to churches? I see churches. Or are you a bunch of child molesters shuffling, like Ukrainian, China, Mexico, fucking Muertes, fucking Spanish fly money? What are you people even real Christians? Why is anybody else not out here with me screaming beast system down anywhere? Why is everybody so boring and not excited? Anyway. Probably because they're still running their little programs trying to ruin my life every day. They like to target people like me. They've tried to virtually, literally ruin me in a variety of ways. But I'm so fucking straight, like David said, something they just couldn't pull off. But it's because God's protecting me too. But something they just couldn't pull off. Psalms of David. That's what they try to do. They don't have. That's the thing. It's like Wizard of Oz shit. Their power is based in fear and mind manipulation, and they want to make you afraid and think they have all this power, but they don't. And you, if they're demonic, black-eyed alien people, you can actually make them go away. You can tell them to leave. You can make it cross and go. And they have to obey you. Even through smoke screens and TVs, it works. I've done it multiple times where they got up in the background in the government. You see the government sessions in Congress and they're talking, but you see the black-eyed demon people, the ugly black-eyed people sitting around the background. The face, because they love to act like they have authority because they have no authority. It's all an act. It's Wizard of Oz shit. It is. And you can command them to go away. Even through a fucking smoke screen. Even through a fucking television or a YouTube phone screen. I'm not kidding. It really works. But God also says, just get to the point where you just laugh when you see them. He said, that's what I do, because I know what's about to happen to them. The fact that I think they're being exposed in front of God's children at times, and you realize, oh, those are demon people, those have black irises. I think all you, again, in the government and serious businesses and what you pretend to be serious businesses with all your fucking fronts and shells and boiler room bullshit, you guys might want to actually realize there's demons that are supposed to be under your feet that you can command out of your cipher, and you should not be consorting with devils because you're supposed to be just under the angels and way above demons, and animals are even above demons. And you guys shouldn't be lowering yourself down to less than animals to consort with demons and act like they have a right to say something, because they stopped obeying Jesus and he's got it in for them and he's going to destroy them all. So you guys should kick them out of, especially government, military, anything. Take them in a dumpster, shoot them in the head and light them on fire for all I care. I think God would be like, yeah, exactly, that's what I'm doing, basically. Long story short. Or the fucking snake grinder. God's nasty. God most terrible. But God's good. And that's why. Because demons are not good. So all this shit with them selling, torturing fetuses and, illegal harvest programs and targeting people, trying to ruin their marriages. No straight Christian people. Ooh, we're going to try to cockblock your whole they try to steal your destiny. They want to try to steal your soul. Oh, their whole... I'm glad all the fucking stupid-ass whack black people stopped their little soldier soul, soldier soul, soldier soul. I heard that enough for years and years with them talking in doublespeak underhandedly at counters at gas stations and bullshit. What would that mean? You guys stopped doing soul sins. P. Diddy, let's go back to Jay-Z. He was selling souls with P. Diddy, wasn't he, online? I'm not sure what's up with all these blood computing machines, too. And people selling, like, hummingbird blood and dragon blood and cat blood in the past on the internet, but I'm not happy about that. And again, Jesus says soul sins are worse than flesh sins. If any of you are in a demonic consortium, or you're demon half-breeds, or you're demons or anything, if you could ever not be a demon, there's only one way I ever heard of it, Siegel. And Jesus said, if Satan splits against Satan, when Satan splits against Satan, or Satan splits against himself, whether it's in the mind and it has a breakdown and they fracture, and it splits in wars, or maybe the different faction of them, they just start fighting and say, oh no, and they realize they're wrong. Okay? When Satan splits against Satan, or Satan splits against himself, his kingdom is destroyed, and what is left afterwards is no longer Satan. So the only alchemical transmutation I've ever heard of Satan or Satans is if that happens. But if they stay stuck in their Satan ways, which is what a lot of them do, you know, there's no hope for them. So don't consort with them. Don't be seduced by them. Don't think, oh, they need to talk to me and do business with me, or give their input as to how the government should run. This isn't their government. They're fucking demons. These people with the black fucking eyes, you government motherfuckers know what I'm talking about. You people down at Virginia Beach, if you all got off the pills, you might wake up and get sober and see that there was black-eyed demon people walking all around your boardwalk. South Carolina, North Carolina, Washington, D.C. is also one of the worst, but Virginia Beach is bad too, and the Carolinas had a lot of them. North Carolina, along the whole strip across, you know, east-west, there was a lot of them down there living in all those towns, you know. You know, they rally over across the whole state. I saw them. God probably killed them all after I left. I think he probably would have. I think that's what he's alluding to. He says, I know what's about to happen to them. Because at first it was like pissing me off and freaking me out. And he's like, Jesus said, don't make eye contact with them. You know, they want to try to, if they do, they try to get in your head and microbeam you or whatever the fuck. But he said, don't worry, because the one that can command them and commands them is inside of you. You know, the Lord's in us. You know, we have light in our eyes, not black irises. Hey, I don't care. This is what it is. I'll kill you motherfuckers again. Alright? Jesus will, God will, I would, Emmanuel, you know. But I think the government should take this seriously, and then once you realize they really are fucking demons, you know, like I said, blast them. David said, not in the Psalms, it was in another book he was in the Bible. I forget what book I read it in, but I remember David said the way to kill them, to destroy them, was with a spear shaft and fire, which reminds me of modern weapons, you know.